I mentioned yesterday that I am now temporarily stranded. My car's in the shop. I've got no soda pop. But what I didn't mention was that my car left status means no bingo. Tonight I'll miss going to the old grade school to play my weekly Friday session. For many people, such as myself, bingo is not an addiction. It is rather an important part of our lives, particularly those of us who are retired and have not much else to do. At the end of the year, we usually break even, and that makes it all palatable. I thought, for those of you who might not have heard the story, here is the story of how bingo got started. For centuries, carnivals in Europe had booths where people could play regional lotteries, and if they wanted to spend some time, sit down and play a game called Beano. Now, Beano is just about bingo. It had a board or a piece of paper with about 24 or so numbers. The caller called out random numbers. You marked the numbers if you had them, and if you ended up with the requested pattern, you won. Now let's move to 1929. A New York toy and game maker named Edwin Lowe was returning on a long trip. He was hungry, went by a small carnival in Georgia, found it nearly empty except for one tent where people were playing Beano. He took the idea back to New York and printed up cards, had friends over for a dinner party, and introduced them to the game. And when a friend of his won, she didn't shout Beano. She shouted what came into her mind. It might have been whoopee, but she shouted bingo, meaning I got it. Lowe immediately adopted bingo as the name of the game. Sales of bingo were brisk. Charitable groups loved it. One day a Catholic priest in New Jersey called Lowe and said he needed more different cards, more combinations. At his church fundraisers, too many people were winning at the same time. Lowe hired a statistician, and bingo's reputation grew. During the Second World War, the Red Cross printed bingo sheets, passed out pencils. Games were organized at USOs and even on the front lines. Following the war, bingo swept England. Many flagging movie theaters became bingo halls. Then America caught the bingo bug. Today, bingo is everywhere. Any night of the week, it's being played somewhere, not only in Las Vegas at casinos, but at thousands of church and charitable halls around the world. And I guess I'll have to grit my teeth because I won't be going to bingo tonight. But just wait until I get my car back. I'm Dennis Daly.